us. We're going to go live in about 1 minute. Okay. Brilliant. Over to you, Charlotte. You're live on YouTube and charlottetilbury.com.
Amazing. Thank you so much. This is so exciting. Thank you so much for letting me beam into all of your drawing rooms around the world. And I hope that you and your families are keeping really safe at this time. I know it's a particularly challenging time, but we just all got to stay as positive as possible, and we will get through this. You know, today I'm incredibly grateful that all of you are joining me from your living rooms, you know, literally beaming in through via the fabulous YouTube. We love YouTube and charlottetilbury.com. And, you know, just to say, I'm incredibly grateful, so incredibly grateful to have all of you here, because I have so much to share with you. My fabulous Magic Crystal Elixir Serum, which is science-powered skincare for clinically proven results. And I am going to share so much of this magic and how it works, you know, how the amazing effects of this, the potency of this product. But also, I just wanted to say that, you know, skincare is self-care, and taking care of ourselves right now is the most important thing we can do. So giving ourselves lots of love internally, externally, and all on our skin. And I have to say that I've been doing a lot more kind of fabulous skincare routines since I've been locked up in my house. But today I have some incredible fabulous experts that I have been working with for a very long time. And one of them is called Dr. Anjali Mahto, and she is a medically trained dermatologist and also the author of the kind of critically acclaimed skincare, The Skincare Bible, which is really fantastic read, and I do recommend it highly. She's also incredibly gorgeous and very good at her job. She's an amazing, amazing dermatologist. And we also have Georgia Louise, the gorgeous Georgia Louise Vassanelli here with me today. And Georgia Louise is a fantastic esthetician. She's also the founder of Georgia Louise brand and of skincare and skin technology. I have to say, I do use her amazing, fabulous skin gadgets, kind of microneedling at home, and all of these kind of, and her gua sha stone, her crystal gua sha stone, which we'll talk about in a minute, which I use with this every day, every morning, every night. But Georgia Louise and I know each other because also we work together a lot on a lot of celebrities and supermodels and models and friends. And that's really kind of how we met. We met through a fabulous, gorgeous celebrity that looks just too young and too good. And I was like, who does your skin? And that's how I met Georgia. And so she's incredible. And, you know, we do the Oscars together and the Met Ball and the Golden Globes and many, many red carpets around the world together. And she understands, you know, how much, you know, skincare is self-care and how important it is. And if you want a beautiful painting, you have to have a beautiful canvas, which is why skincare is so key. And Jonathan, last but not least, the fabulous Jonathan Reynolds. And he is, I love him so much because he is my in-house amazing scientist, and he's head of regulatory and scientific development at Charlotte Tilbury Beauty, and he indulges me on my search and my endless quest to find the best raw materials to come up with the most incredible concoction of ingredients that are potent and that really, really create this amazing kind of, you know, this baby-like smooth skin, which is what we've done with this incredible, incredible serum. So he searches the globes, gets first to the innovation, and then we take all of that and we take it to our lab and we create. And so we love him, but I love him very much. My amazing R&D team that have worked with me, because I often have these skin dreams and then sometimes they can't come true. But when I have this incredible team that we're going first to the source and getting the first innovation to market, then we can come up with these amazing things. Now, I want to remind everyone why, when I started my brand, I actually started with a pot of Magic Cream. Magic Cream is the #1 selling moisturizer in the UK, and one pot is sold every 2 minutes around the world, and it is loved globally. And again, it started off, I really created a cream because I was working with a lot of models and celebrities and dehydrated and exhausted and, you know, makeup on and off their skins and sort of sometimes having reactions. So I wanted a comfort blanket cream that would immediately smooth, comfort the skin, but also really kind of hydrate, give this amazing radiance to the skin. And it had to happen immediately. And so Magic Cream, you see instantaneous results, but you also kind of, you know, you see this amazing kind of effects over time. And it's the same with this serum. So so, and also we're the fastest growing skincare brand growth in the UK, but also around the world. Now, this Magic Crystal Elixir, this literally, okay, so I've, what have I got to tell you? Is there anything that I'm missing out? So it really, so what I want to tell you about this is it's really, I wanted to create a universal skincare, because that's really what Magic Cream does. Magic Cream, I use it a lot on men. Men love it, women love it, women love it they use it on their children. Sometimes it's like, it just, you know, no matter whether you've got oily skin, dry skin, normal skin, you know, it just works on everyone. And you know, again, I talked about that comforting feeling. So it's very important that I created a serum that would have smooth out your pores, smooth out fine lines, give you that kind of baby smooth looking skin and feel. And I'm going to talk you through the polyglutamic acid, the Replexium, you know, all of these, the niacinamide, I mean, just the potency of these ingredients and how this beautiful matrix works on the skin to give you this. The results are unbelievable. Now, seeing is believing. And let me take you through. Okay, so this gorgeous, this makes the advanced results make your skin, and they all agree that your skin looks 93% younger looking, okay, with this. And I have to tell you, the amount of people, because, you know, when you're doing people's makeup, it's a very intimate job and you're very close to people. So they kind of like studying your skin while you're sort of concentrating doing their makeup. And so many of my clients said to me, okay, come on, fess up. What have you been doing to your skin, Charlotte? Well, have you had a little Fraxel, little this, little that? And I'm like, I promise you, I haven't done anything. And I promise you, there is not one injection in this face. There is not one anything on this face. And this has literally, honestly, for an ex-smoker who had sort of, my pores weren't that bad, but they were a little bit dilated, not so great, you know, too many kind of late nights, too many airplanes, just not behaving the way I should have been behaving with my skin, and not drinking enough water and just being very dehydrated. This gives you that baby smooth looking skin. And it really likes through the, and I'm going to tell you why. So we talked about seeing is believing. Now, 97%, okay, darling, can we just take in these results for a minute? 97% agree skin feels intensely hydrated, okay? And we're going to talk about the gorgeous polyglutamic acid, which is like a hyaluronic party for the face. And then we're going to talk about 91% agree facial contours appear lifted. And I cannot tell you, the lifting, darling, it's heaven. You wake up, pillow face, and then you put this on, it's all like a bit more plump. It's fabulous. It's like, you know that film, Death Becomes Her? This is it, darling, in a bottle. This is it. Okay, this is it. This is like the little kind of that elixir kind of turning up. It's amazing. 94% agree that skin looks and feels firmer. 91% agree that fine lines and the wrinkles appear reduced. Let me tell you, okay, that is the thing that people would say to me, well, where are your pores, where are your fine lines? And I do keep a little bit. There's a smaller one, an 8 ml one that I keep next to me in my makeup bag, and I just pop that on sometimes when my makeup, when I get a little dehydrated, or, you know, my kind of fine lines slightly around my eyes. And again, that a lot of fine lines are because of dehydration. 92% agree that kind of redness is reduced, and 91% agree pores are tightened, and that's that smooth kind of look. And 90% agree that skin tone appears more even. And then 93% agree that skin has a more natural looking glow. And we'll talk about that, the plant adaptogens and how they slough off those dead cells to kind of really give you this kind of gorgeous glow beneath. So what lies beneath. So let's talk about, darling, okay, clinically proven results. Okay, so Jonathan always I'm talking about, so the clinically proven results is a Visia camera that measures the lines on your skin, ghastly machine, but it does work and it does measure. And so, you know, that when you see these clinical results, and what are they called, darling, Jonathan, those ghastly cameras that measure everything?
Corneometers and the chromometers.
Corneometers, exactly. Okay, I can't even say the other word. Anyway, But okay, so this, right, a bit like magic cream, where I was like, the reason this was created was actually known as Charlotte's secret cream. And then it went round the industry between celebrities and models and backstage as the viral whisper of, get the magic cream, it's like magic on the skin, magic, magic. So this, a bit like this, where I needed something that literally immediately gave you that radiance, that kind of plumping look and feel. So I wanted to create the same with this. I wanted an incredibly potent matrix of ingredients inside my Magic Crystal Elixir and my serum. And then after 1 hour, and this is what's so amazing about this, the skin's moisture level is boosted by 172%. Unbelievable, 172%. And then the skin water loss is reduced by 43%. And after 8 weeks, so when you pop it on, and so when I'm doing people's makeup or anything, and people were obsessed with it because you put it on and you get this kind of gorgeous sort of, the skin drinks it up, like literally like a tonic into the skin. And so men love it just as much as women love it. And so it hydrates immediately. You see this kind of silky kind of film that just plumping. But then after 8 weeks, the skin appears firmer by 49%. Darling, don't forget this is with a camera, measured with a camera, video camera. Skin is more firmer by 122% more elastic. I mean, hello, more like 120. I mean, you give me something, nothing does that. It's unbelievable apart from a facelift. I mean, Christ, that's amazing. So, you know, and then 34%, the fine lines and wrinkles appear reduced. And pores appear tightened by 39%. So really, 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 and honestly, you've got to try it. Seeing it is believing. I can't talk to you enough about the amazing, amazing results that this incredible, gorgeous skin gym. So we can talk about it being a skin gym. I often think this is like a kind of one of those, I hate the gym, but like literally, this is almost like someone turning up at the house going, listen, get out of bed, get out of bed. We're going to get that skin to the gym, and we're going to get those raggedy cells that are kind of after the age of 21, your skin sort of get, your cells get a little bit more raggedy. And so we're going to come on, we're going to plump them, and we're going to kind of hydrate them, and we're going to smooth them out. And, you know, because almost as you get a little bit older, your cells get a bit raggedy. So you get these almost like cracks in a pavement, which are the lines. And actually, can we fill them up, you know, and hydrate them, smooth them out? So that's a little bit like that. What other gorgeousness do I have to tell you? So yes, so it's one size fits all. Okay, so we talk about whether you've got oily skin, whether you've got dry skin, whether you've got normal skin. It really is a combination skin. This works on everyone, male, female, all skin types, doesn't irritate the skin, but yet has a very potent, packs a real, you know, like a sort of, you know, sort of cell looking gym for the face. And it's a potent ingredients, sort of 20% suspended in water. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the magical effects of this. And Jonathan, I think you're going to talk about your gorgeous collagen 1 and collagen 17. I think, Georgia, you can talk later on about how it's amazing, you know, that you can layer this, but also so let's talk about these breakthrough ingredients. So that I've talked to you about the clinical results. So it's science-powered skincare for clinically proven results. And in this baby are these amazing, amazing, amazing ingredients. Now let's talk about what happens to the skin, darling, with collagen.
We're going to hand over to Angie and Jonathan, and a reminder, you can buy this on charlottetilbury.com right now. So please do visit over, and we'll go on to the next section.
Yes, darling, charlottetilbury.com. Get that. You need it, darling. I'm telling you, the people that are using this on their, I mean, by the way, hands. I mean, the amount of people I've been going, oh my God, magic cream, and this like has just been saving my life. And obviously now this is like, you know, caused a bit of a kind of sensation. Even kind of, I remember sort of phoning you, Jonathan, going, yeah, I'm sorry, I've run out of all the bottles. You need to send me more. In the lab having to create more before it's just launched. But yes, over to you, Jonathan. What happens to the skin?
So as your skin ages, the barrier function breaks down. The natural production of skin firming and skin plumping proteoglycans, collagens, and elastin break down, meaning skin becomes susceptible to sagging, dullness, and loss of hydration. Over time, the appearance of skin loses elasticity. There are changes to the skin barrier function, and we may develop wrinkles. Changes can be dependent on the environment, including the sun exposure and lifestyle, which is why a supercharged high-performance skincare regime is key. Charlotte's Magic Serum Crystal Elixir has been designed with expert scientists to address the most universal skin concerns and deliver our best clinically proven visible results.
So as we've heard, collagen is that main structural protein in our skin that gives it its plumpness and its firmness. And from our mid-20s onwards, we start to lose about 1% per year of our collagen. Now, amongst other ingredients, Magic Serum contains a 2% concentration of Replexium. And this is a really interesting duo of peptides which work together to reduce the appearance and leave the skin looking more firm. Trials doing sort of laboratory methods combined with photographic analysis have shown that Magic Serum can reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles and the appearance of skin firmness after 8 weeks of use.
Yeah, I mean, it really, Replexium, when I talked about that before, about how the smoothness and the kind of the reduction of the wrinkles and the kind of dehydration lines is just amazing what Replexium does. It really is totally breakthrough and unbelievable results. I mean, we said 34% reduction in fine lines and 91% reduction in wrinkles and fine lines at the kind of the user trial. Sort of, it was unbelievable.
And those results are really hard to get actually in a bottle, because as an esthetician, I can tell you that I spend so much time doing microcurrent and radio frequency to get those results. So it's really unusual to get all of that in a little bottle of serum. It's remarkable.
No, thank you. It is. I agree with you, Georgia. Now, niacinamide. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so as we age, we've heard our skin barrier becomes compromised, and that results in wrinkle formation, pigmentation, and also pores, which look quite uneven in appearance. Now, multi-action vitamin B3 or niacinamide is absolutely essential for skin health. It can help improve the overall look of your skin tone, from reducing the appearance of pore size to actually brightening out and evening out skin tone itself. And the clinical studies that have been carried out on Magic Serum shows that it can reduce pore size by about 39% after 8 weeks of use.
I mean, I can personally testify to that. Like, I cannot live without this serum. After I've got normally horrible man-sized pores, and after just the first use of the serum, I could just disappear.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, Jonathan, on you, I was like, I mean, not that you, because your skin, you know, we're always testing, R&D. But I tell you what, I was like, sorry, are you like a baby? Have you turned into a baby, like so smooth? It's amazing. And we like, that's what we talk about a lot. Like the biggest thing, like, well, what happened to your pores? How can your skin so much smoother? Is amazing. So polyglutamic acid, let's not forget this amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, we talk lots about hyaluronic acid, and polyglutamic acid is more interesting in some ways. It is 4 times more hydrating than hyaluronic acid. It is a hydration powerhouse with large molecules that allow it to form a very soft, silky film on the skin, preventing moisture loss. The smaller molecules are able to penetrate through the skin and improve hydration. So together, they work to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles.
Yeah, I mean, polyglutamic acid, I always say it's like a hyaluronic party on the face. So instead of like 4 times, it's like 4 parties of hyaluronic acid turned up on your face and just filled in and sort of intensely hydrated. So we talk about never drinking enough water, but what the polyglutamic, you know, it's intensely hydrated, 97%. So plumping out, and you really see a difference, you know, not only when you go to bed, but kind of also when you wake up in the morning. I mean, I think, Georgia, you always say that as well, kind of like the you know, 172% after 1 hour, but after 24 hours, 100, still 100.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that 98% of my clients are dehydrated, actually, and that's the #1 concern that I have. And then second is actually pores. And I describe it as like a sponge. It's like the minute you put on this beautiful ingredient from the serum, it plumps up the skin. It's like a sponge effect. And the great thing is that you get this luminosity from it straight away, and it helps with those dehydration premature lines, right? But then you go to sleep and you're still hydrated, which is really unusual, because for the most part, some hyaluronic acids, depending on their chain weight, can be quick acting or long acting, but this is both, which is really remarkable.
Yes, plant adaptogens, which, you know, resurrection leaf, it kind of speaks for itself, but yes, go for it.
Yeah, so these are some of the botanical or plant-based agents in the product. Now, On a daily basis, our skin is exposed to a multitude of variable factors which can pose a threat to our skin health. So we're talking about pollution, we're talking about changing temperature, we're talking about ultraviolet light, we're talking about blue light, to name a few. And these can cause the generation of these harmful molecules known as free radicals that can directly damage our skin cells. And certain plant adaptogens, so these ingredients that can survive in harsh climates, can actually help the skin by retaining moisture, but also acting as an antioxidant. So this is where ingredients like resurrection leaf and First Light snow lotus come in.
The first, both of these are jam-packed with antioxidants. Some of them gently slough off your dead skin cells to give you that radiant, healthy look. And they definitely improve the radiant and complexion, both increased vitality and visible tone over time.
Yeah, we love, this is amazing. Like when you see people kind of looking a bit gray and dehydrated, and just sort of like, you're like, no, we want to slough off those dead cells. And that really kind of, apart from, and I know you always talk about, Georgia, BHAs and AHAs, but actually in a really gentle way.
It's a gentle version that, if you have sensitive skin at home and you want to exfoliate, it's a really safe and gentle way to get the same results, because just a gentle sloughing of the dead skin cells every day to get that glow.
Exactly. And golden vitamin C, Jonathan, darling.
So as Anjali will be able to tell us, that golden vitamin C is one of these new generation of vitamin Cs. But vitamin C traditionally is very not stable in product formulations, as it's very sensitive to light and oxygen. It also has a very bad penetration to your skin, especially when a formula is a pH of higher than 4. So to overcome this, there are multiple derivatives of ascorbic acid or vitamin C, but they all have a decreased penetration and are required to be used at high dosage to be effective. But this can cause an increase of causing a skin reaction. Golden vitamin C is a next generation gold-powered vitamin C for brighter, even-looking skin that consists of ascorbic acid and glutathione conjugated to gold submicroparticles. The gold acts like a missile, helping the vitamin C absorb into the skin and keeping it stable, while the glutathione helps to recycle the vitamin C, meaning it's more effective at lower dosages. It kind of acts like an energy drink to recycle and regenerate it. So therefore, you can use a much lower percentage that is more effective, has zero waste, is 100% stable, and is still gentle for all skin types, giving you that wonderful radiant glow that you need with the serum.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say that my skin would always react to vitamin C. I could never use vitamin C. And this particular kind of vitamin C that's kind of, mixed with the kind of gold and the glutathione means that it just, even if you have really sensitive skin, it does not react, but you get all the benefits. So your skin tone appears much more even, and like redness is reduced a lot. I mean, I have to say that's why men particularly love this. It's like, not only do they see the fine lines and their pores smooth, but also like the redness of their skin much more even. It's really, really amazing. And I know both Georgia and Dr. Anjali have seen people kind of like come in with a lot of these very potent ingredients sometimes that are out there in the market, but can really
irritate the skin barrier function and break it down. And the result is erythema, redness, peely skin. But this is amazing for people that want the antioxidant and the vitamin C, but without the irritation.
Yes. Thank you. And Sepitonic. So last but not least, a gorgeous tonic drink for the skin.
That's right. So we've talked about the vitamins that our skin needs. So we've got our vitamin B3, our niacinamide, we've got the golden vitamin C, but our skin also needs minerals to keep it healthy. And Sepitonic is a mixture of some key minerals that are integral to skin health. So you're talking about things like copper, magnesium, and zinc. And this combination can increase the amount of oxygenation of our skin cells, which may otherwise be reduced by pollution or stress or aging or other stresses that we come into contact with.
Absolutely. And, I think Sepitonic is literally that thing where it's an amazing drink for the skin. I'm just going to remind everyone that you need this in your life. This is like a little kind of magical kind of crystal elixir drink that's going to smooth out your skin and give you that baby smooth, soft looking, poreless, flawless skin. And you can buy it right now on charlottetilbury.com. So honestly, please go to charlottetilbury.com and experience a little bit of this magic, because you are going to love me a lot more. So last but not least, Squisandrol, which is an amazing supercharged superfruit. And yeah, do you want to talk about that?
That's right. So squisandrol is a plant extract, and it's an interesting plant extract that can help boost collagen in the skin. So that will improve the resilience of the skin and the integrity of the skin. So what we will notice is a reduction in the appearance of lines and the skin itself feeling a lot more elastic as a result.
Yeah, I mean, this, I have to say, the 122%, can we just take that in? 122% more elastic. You know, that bounce, that kind of amazing bounce on the skin. So yes, okay, last but not least, it has gorgeous crystals inside it. And I don't know, for those of you that are tuning in and you don't know me, I was brought up in Ibiza as well as in England, and I am a little bit of a hippie at heart, and I love crystals. And the reason that we're communicating today over YouTube, one of my favorite platforms, is, and you know, charlottetilbury.com, Obby, want you all to come there, darling, and get the serum, is that, you know, crystals we are communicating today via our computers, our telephones. We live in the crystal age, and that's how you know, crystals are actually piezoelectric, and piezoelectric means that they transmit energy, and they're a conduit. And so the minute I knew I could put crystals inside a product, I was super excited. I've got lots of crystals in my house. I have crystal bowls. I have rose quartz crystal all around my room. I have it here in my office. So just to take you through, so they kind of amplify, and they're very healing, and they're very calming. And, you know, I really think they're amplifying and creating this amazing crystal, and you, as you call it, Georgia, a crystal wave through your skin. So, you know, as much as you might think I'm kind of, you know, sort of talking about things that are kind of magical, at the same time, the way we're communicating today is all because of crystals. So we will see a lot more from crystals in the future. And the crystals that are inside this are very holistically calming and healing and, you know, magnifying. We have got moonstone in here, and moonstone is amazing for calm and peace. We've also got ruby, which is all about passion and prosperity, and rose quartz, which is about protection and love, and crystal quartz, which is all about purity, and amethyst, which is all about empowerment and uplifting and soothing. So, you know, and I know that, you know, as I'm all, again, like a bit like kind of meditational bliss for the skin, and we all need that right now. We all need a little bit of like that self-care, that healing kind of meditational bliss. But when we put something on the skin, we feel that. But I know that, Georgia, you are very passionate, like I am, about crystals. And maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using, I mean, as an esthetician, I'm also trained in body sports massage and also crystal healing. And so for years, Charlotte, I've been using crystals in my practice, and we've seen it firsthand. You feel better instantly, and it sort of like reawakens the soul, energizes the body, and reawakens the products in a serum, like your magic serum, for example. But it's nice to be able to have it right now in this special time, right? It's that, you know, that healing that we all get from these crystals. So when you're ready, I can walk you through the application of how we use it with my Lift and Sculpt butterfly stone and a nice pampering ritual to make all of us feel a little bit more relaxed and calmer. I think we all need that right now. And Charlotte's hit the point earlier to say it's all really skincare is self-care. So I'm not opposed to slapping on a product, but now that we have time, you know, Charlotte and I always say, make it a ritual, make it meaningful. You know, the biggest tools that we all have are our hands. And don't forget, we're also a battery. So we're also our own conduit, if you like, to energize our skin cells with intuition, intent, and our hands. So yeah, I can walk you through the application if you're ready, Charlotte.
Yes, please. We want, oh my God, I love
ready.
This.
Relax at home. I'm going to relax all of you. Okay, so you know, we all know that serums are, you know, skin specific, they're treatments. So we want to treat it really well when we apply it on the skin, and we want to apply it so that it reaches the epidermis in a safe and proper way. So first step is to use at least 4 to 6 drops, which is really a full pipette size. And if you're like Charlotte and I, we literally drink the whole bottle because we use it on our necks, we use it on our hands. It's really amazing. So let me give you a quick tip. So the first thing is that you want to warm up your beautiful serum, and we warm it for many reasons, but also to sort of awaken the crystal elixir that's in here. You know, it's important that if you want to energize yourself in the serum, you want to warm it. The next technique is what we call is press and release technique. So we're literally, like the sponge I was telling you about, we're going to press it into the skin to push it into the skin. So first thing, when you apply your serum, is just tap it into the skin by working inwards and outwards. We always work inwards and outwards. Now, once you've got this gorgeous, gorgeous serum on, you're going to feel it's really cooling and calming. There's no sensitivity at all, and you're going to get a glow instantly from this. Next, we want to work on warming the skin. And we know that when you warm the skin, the serum's going to penetrate deeper, okay? So we call this the shimmering wave, which is a beautiful effleurage in Swedish technique. And this is literally using your hand like a wave. You're going to wave across your forehead, then wave across the bridge of your nose up to the cheek, and then continue down from the chin to the earlobe. And it's as simple as that to literally get the product in. Now, Charlotte and I are obsessed with tapping. And if you know Charlotte, she's, you know, behind stage doing makeup, but she's always doing a mini facial. You'd be an excellent esthetician, Charlotte. And she does this tap, and so do I. And so we created this like a crystal raindrop. And this actually in Chinese medicine, tapping is used to stimulate the microcirculation. So if you're looking at home to get a bit of a glow, because you can't see your esthetician or have these lovely treatments, the best thing you can do is use your hands. And so this is called the fluttering hand. And so the idea is like crystal raindrops. You're literally, you know, pressing the product in and tapping at the same time, and just doing this gorgeous ritual by using your fluttering hands all the way down to your neck also. Now, right now, you know, we're sort of stuck, you know, we can't exercise as much. And what I'm seeing with a lot of my clients during virtual consultations is that we're quite puffy and quite toxic. And that's because our lymphatic is probably a little bit compromised right now. So when you apply serum, honestly, that's probably the best time that you can stimulate your own lymphatic system. Now, we know that our blood has a heart, but our lymph doesn't. So our hands will become our pump. So this is a really quick technique that you can do at home. And let's try this with the magic serum. So you're going to use your ring finger and your middle finger. It's so relaxing, and you definitely are going to see results if you continue to do this. Okay, great if you have sinus issues, congestion, puffy eyes. So the first point is our clever cord bone just here, and we literally just gently press, very light pressure. So, and if it feels tender, it probably means that you'll have a little bit of a blockage. So if you're feeling, oh, that's a little bit tender, it could mean that you have some lymph that you need to work on. So you can just press it out. The next point is behind our ears, actually. So this is another press and release. It's just a pump, 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 pump. And you want to work on each zone around 10 pumps. Then we're going to move on to our chin. Now, submansal, we have a lot of nose underneath here. And this is the perfect point to activate all the toxins that we carry. So if you have acne, I always tell my clients to do this technique if you do have acne, congested skin. Next, we're going to work on the nasal nose here. And so we're just going to do a nice gentle pumping. So for right now, this is phenomenal to break down any toxins if you have allergies or sinus concerns. Now, if you have tension, headaches or migraines, we're going to move on to the temple and do some press and release here with the pumping. And then once you've done that 10 times, we're going to work on the third eye, and we're going to pump and drain. So this is just a really lovely way to work on lymphatic at home. And I hope that was useful. We've taken it a little step further by introducing the gua sha technique. And so Charlotte and I talked about incorporating the George Louise Lifted Scott butterfly stone. I created this 15 years ago, actually, as an esthetician.
With that, you were ahead of the curve.
I did, yeah. I created it because of knuckling. As an esthetician, I did all this knuckling, and it came to me that I needed to create something that resembled my knuckles. So here it is, right there. And Charlotte and I can agree that crystals, you know, you have it in a product, but if you have it on the outside, it works inside and out. So we know that gua sha is phenomenal for removing inflammation. And in Chinese medicine, gua sha is used to reduce that inflammation that we're seeing. But also, we can tell you that when you do gua sha this way, you're also relaxing all 43 major muscles in our faces. So gua sha is an incredible way to relax those tight muscles and start to contour the face. And Charlotte is a big believer in, you know, a natural way of contouring your skin by using a crystal. And it fits all the nooks and crannies so that you can drain under the eye if you have puffy eyes, and you can work over the brow. And it's sort of really soothing, number one. It's relaxing, and it will definitely help to contour you. So in this crystal age, go forth with your gua sha stone and get the Charlotte Tilbury serum. It will be transformative.
Oh, hello. Where's she gone? Have we lost the gorgeous Georgia? with her amazing crystal stone. Okay, so darlings, well, okay, don't forget charlottetilbury.com. We love you for joining us here on YouTube. But before we go, I just want to show you one other gorgeous baby, which is so we talked about having the most incredible serum for the face, okay? And now I've always had quite kind of, I have a few fine lines from having been a smoker, but also sort of dryness. I've always had very dry kind of like naturally quite lined lips. And as we all know, the skin around our eyes and the skin around our lips and on our lips is much thinner than the rest of our face. So this is a magic lip oil serum. So it's like a serum, an oil and a serum. So it's a serum for the lips and a serum for the face. And it is packed with the most incredible ingredients. And the ingredients literally have everything from kind of like, okay, so let me tell you what this amazing baby does for the skin. Over 92% agree that the magic lip oil hydrates, that instantly hydrates, it visibly plumps up to 70%. Okay, so I'm going to show you in a minute what it does to my lips. It visibly smooths, it boosts volume, right? So the volume is the seventh thing, up to 70% volume. And 20% sort of say that the appearance of fine lines are visibly reduced. So I have to say what's amazing about it, and we can talk about this, and Jonathan, you can talk about it with me too, is not only does it have the most wonderful care oils in it, but when you use it on vertical lines, it really kind of has this plump looking effect of really kind of like plumping them out. So, you know, we can talk about that, but let's talk about the magic care oils. And the SWERTIAN leaf is what does that. It has it has camellia oil, rosehip oil, evening primrose, shea oil. It's the most amazing. But yes, let's talk about the SWERTIAN leaf.
It's the most incredible ingredient list out there. But one of the standout ingredients is the SWERTIAN leaf, which is famed in Ayurvedic medicine. But it has been worked to create an ultra high-tech ingredient with a biomimetic action to help reduce the appearance of fine lines, especially those vertical lines around the lips and on the lips, and give you a smoother looking skin. Now, in a supplier study for this ingredient, they tested it on the vertical lines around the lips, and they showed that within 28 days, there was a 15% reduction in those the visible vertical lines, and skin roughness was also really drastically improved. But one of the most exciting studies that they did was taking a group of female smokers aged between 45 and 60 years with deep vertical lines around their lips. And they looked at how lipstick migration is affected while using the product for 28 days. So if you look on the left-hand side of both of these images, that is before using the product. And you can see that the lipstick really bleeds and feathers into those deep lines. But after 28 days of using a product that contains a SWERTIAN leaf, there was a dramatic decrease in those vertical lines. So there was a much less migration of the lipstick into those lines. And with our product, we showed like a 20% reduction in those vertical lines. So incredible. It's
amazing, absolutely amazing. So, okay, so I've just put a bit of my lip liner on. Now I'm gonna take this. It's got a fabulous roller ball, and you just press it. And then now look, darling, look at the magic that this does to my lips. Can you see? Let me, where's a mirror, darling? I'm just going to have a little pop look in the mirror, but I can see what I'm doing. And literally, oh, I've got so much lipstick on. There we go, darling. It just is so magical what it does. I don't know if you can see, darling, the magic of what this incredible product does. But it really makes the biggest difference. It's also got the magic 8, the bionic peptides, vitamins A, C, and E. It's really, I have to say, when I've kind of been looking at people on kind of Zoom and talking, you know, with working with some of my team, I'm like, what have you got? Why do your lips look so plumped out and smooth and kind of amazing? And it is this, we're kind of obsessed. I know Georgia Louise might have dropped off the line, but I know she's—
I'm here. I don't know what happened. I disappeared momentarily. Yeah, I would say, Charlotte, that, you know, a lot of people ask me what's your favorite lip balm, but now I have to say that the magic lip oil is insane. And the reason being is because some balms are quite occlusive, and some of you at home may get those little like white bumps when you've overused your lip balm, and it's kind of annoying because I have to extract them. But this doesn't create that residue and that buildup. And the other thing as well, it keeps your lips really plump, really plump and really smooth. So it's a lovely choice if you're sensitive as well. And that's important to me, to have a lip product that's good for people that have sensitive lips.
It really is. I mean, for me, for someone that's always had, you know, very kind of dry lips and lined lips, it's kind of like, this is honestly, and I've tried so many lip balms and tried to create lip balms and different things. This is honestly the only thing that's worked on me, because, you know, we were both saying, Georgia and I, like how, you know, actually a lot of the time lip balms just dry out your lips, whereas this actually is really feeding the skin. And it, like, the results, I don't know if you can see, I've got it on, but like, it's just so instantaneously, like it really, like all of my products, I kind of want those instant results and those long-term effects. So, and it's amazing at night, darling, I go with it kind of like all around my lips to get rid of any of those fine lines around my lips, and here the smile lines, and it really feeds. And we see, I told you we saw a 20% reduction in the lines, because it really got the SWERTIAN leaf does amazing the vertical lines in particular. But Georgia, if you want to take us through the Charlotte Tilbury skincare routine, because we always believe if you want a beautiful painting, you have to have a beautiful canvas. So the skincare routine is vitally important. We've got a very edited routine here at Charlotte Tilbury, but we can talk about all these products really make a big difference to the skin. So over to you, Georgia.
Yeah, definitely. And as Charlotte's esthetician, I spend probably a lot of time cleaning Charlotte's skin, and she loves the feeling of clean skin. And we can agree that when you have a clean skin, it's actually probably the fundamental step for your whole routine, because it literally sets everything up for success. When you have a clean skin, your serum's going to work better. You're going to clean out those pores and have a really, you know, successful start to your skincare regime. So as an esthetician, I would say, and any good esthetician would tell you, that it's really important to double cleanse. And for one reason is that oil meets oil. It removes all the oil from the skin, and it protects lipid barrier function, keeping all the good things in and all the bad things out. So Charlotte has this incredible goddess cleansing ritual that she launched, I think it was last year, and I said, well done, this is amazing. And the goddess cleansing clay literally detoxifies the skin. So if you're a little bit like me, I have a congested skin, or if your skin's a little bit dull, it's a great pick-me-up. So you do your duo morning and night. So this is something that you would cleanse your skin with. Now that you've got the perfect canvas, you're ready to go to your next step. And your next step is your serum. And like me, you may have a few serums at home, vitamin C or hyaluronic acid or a placenta or a, you know, some sort of form of stem cell or antioxidants. The beauty about Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Serum is that it really does have everything in here. And remember, it's 20% active. So really and truly, you don't need to use all the other serums, because this actually has so much going for it. It's a really powerful serum. So this would be your second step, which is your serum application. So this goes underneath your moisturizer. And then if we talk about Charlotte's moisturizer, she's got two gorgeous, gorgeous moisturizers. The first one is for day care, and the day care one is the Magic Cream. And this is lovely, smooth. It's like very hydrating. It gives you that lovely dewiness and the bounce for your ounce that Charlotte loves. And this is your day cream. But for nighttime, we do want to work with a slightly richer cream, because we want to protect that lipid barrier again and really revitalize and like heal the skin. So for nighttime, this is incredible. And to me, it's like a facial in a jar, because you wake up glowing and really plump, and it has this gorgeous texture to it. So this would be your cream application. And then once you've done your facial cream, and again, I would encourage you to massage this in, you know, using nice rotaries on your skin to really warm in the product. And it does feel like velvet on the skin, Charlotte. This night cream is incredible. You then go on to,
I'm like, I don't,
it's really amazing.
And it's like a cream, you know, that cream is
so rich.
So rich. Yeah.
Like a balm, actually. It's a cream balm. Me.
And
then you want to work on your targeted areas, and so you must never use your cream on your eyes, because we all know that our eyes are very sensitive, so you do want to use an eye specific product. And so then you would obviously use Charlotte's Magic Eye Rescue, and this is another gorgeous product. I mean, let's face it, Charlotte, all your products are gorgeous. And so this is the actual eye product that we use, and it's called the Magic Eye Rescue. And you literally apply it on your index finger, and you walk into the eye area over the brow to really detoxify the eye. And it's really lovely if you have puffiness or dark circles, and if you're sensitive. So help to soften the fine lines. Also, you can feather it down to the crow's feet and also your expression lines. And then your sixth step and your final step, isn't that nice to have 6 steps and not have to worry about 12 steps that we're reading so much about, is of course the incredible lip serum oil masterpiece. And then you apply this around the lip border, and then onto the lip itself, so that you really want to get into a good habit of protecting your lips before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. And that's it. That's a magic 6, and that's the routine that we recommend that you should do at home. All these products are available on Charlotte's website, of course, and I'll let you continue on.
Thank you so much. And yes, so thank you for lending us your magic hands and all your brilliant magical knowledge to all of you. And thank you all for tuning in, and Dr. Anjali and my gorgeous Jonathan. And to all of you, thank you so much for being with us today here on YouTube and charlottetilbury.com.
We've got some questions for you all. So I'm going to turn off the screen so that everyone can hear you. So first question, Charlotte, is how often should you use the serum?
Well, I mean, we can, you know, everyone can talk about this, but we all recommended dose is using it once in the morning and once before you go to bed, and your skin will just drink it up. And it's great, as I said before, on male skins as in female skins, and because it doesn't sit on the skin, it just really, you know, but you see this real difference in smoothness, pores, fine lines, as I said before. And but I have to say, because I'm naughty and I don't drink enough water, I often have a little bit and I put it over my makeup just to refresh during the day, sometimes especially around my eye area, here on the kind of like eye bone there. I just sort of love to pat to refresh myself if I kind of have been quite naughty and sitting in front of computer screens all day, or having drunk enough water. But it is honestly quite magical. Yeah. And I know
there's a lot of questions. Is it suitable for all skin types? Can it be used on sensitive, oily, acne prone skin?
Yes, I'd let Dr. Anjali maybe answer that one, or Georgia.
Yeah, absolutely. So because it's got niacinamide in it, niacinamide is a good anti-inflammatory, but it also regulates oil production as well. So for both of those reasons, it's suitable for sensitive skin, but it's also suitable for acne prone skin as well.
Great. And everyone asking, is it suitable for younger skin and older skin?
Absolutely. I mean, again, you know, I could talk about that, or Georgia maybe as an expert, but absolutely. We did tests on 18 years old to 80 years old, all types of skin. And, you know, we are aging 10 years faster in today's world because of, you know, blue screens, because of like, you know, kind of, you know, the ozone layer, everything. I mean, we are, you know, unfortunately aging faster. So I would say you really need to, and our cells start to decay after the age of 21. So you really need to take care of your skin, really, as a teenager. But I mean, you know, Anjali and Georgia, you can also attest to that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Charlotte. I would say that you want to start, you know, your skincare seriously, even when you're 18. I mean, I actually started like cleansing my skin when I was 11 because my mum was obsessed with skincare. But I would recommend people to start, you know, using this product as young as 18. And you can use it up, you know, I said this to my aunt, and she's 78 in Italy, and she's obsessed with it. So you can use it, you know, from a very young age.
And we've got questions. Is it suitable for the neck area to help reduce lines there too?
Oh my gosh, neck is amazing. And décolletage, as you can tell, darling, I've always got a décolletage out. So it is amazing. Really a big difference. And, you know, and hands as well. So I kind of slather it everywhere where I'm kind of any sort of lines. But yes, a big difference. If you maybe Georgia or Anjali want to answer that question about how much a difference it really does make on those areas.
I always tell people, and Anjali, you go ahead. You go. I always tell people that face is your neck. You know, I always say, actually, your neck is your face, so you should always carry your product down to your neck. So when you apply the serum, I always actually take the excess and I comb through my neck and treat it like it's my face.
And Anjali?
Do you know, I was going to say just the same thing, actually. The face and the neck, the skin is quite thin and the skin is quite similar. Yeah. So actually, you know, same goes for cleansers, moisturizers. You can be using actives all the way down to the top of the neck.
Exactly. And don't forget, if you're me, darling, the décolletage too.
Charlotte, everyone just asking a reminder of when it's launching.
Right, darling. Well,
now on charlottetilbury.com.
It's like now, right now, I think we can go right now and you can buy this on charlottetilbury.com. And trust me, you will love me a lot. You will thank me for having this. And let me tell you, and any friend you give it to will also thank you. It is amazing. charlottetilbury.com. It will change your skin. It will change your life. And in a world like today, and you know, it's just, it's just, oh my God, like it really does. I'm so in love with this. I can't tell you. I'm like, I can't wait to share this magic. It's a wonderful thing about creating products like this. I just love my job. And not only does it make my life better, but it makes everyone else's. So thank you. Is that any more questions?
There are. We've got a few more and then we'll let you go. So Kelly, question for you, Jonathan. Kelly's asking, are the clinical trial results based on using the full routine or the serum?
Just the serum on their own. So you can just imagine what results you get if you combine the whole routine.
Yes, because we have, exactly, I think, Jonathan, you can attest to everything. We have clinical trials for all of our products. And, you know, we could tell you about, you know, the eye cream, the plant stem cells and the night cream. I mean, we have, you know, incredible, the kind of magic cream. I mean, do you want to talk about how amazing the results are for the magic cream? You know, kind of, you know, again, the skin look, you know, 100% the skin. Yeah. You know, they say the skin appears kind of plumper and
yeah, like instantly transforms. It's incredible. They work amazingly together.
Yeah.
We've got a question, Charlotte. Can it be used as a primer under makeup?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, this is, you know, that's very much kind of something I'm thinking about. Not only do I want to feed the skin and have the best, smoothest, hydrated, poreless, flawless, you know, filled skin, because I always talk about, you know, I'm always thinking about you know, if you want to have beautiful canvas, you've got to have beautiful painting. Is that then how will that kind of then look under makeup? I cannot have anything that would move around or get patchy or not work. So this really is like a drink. It sucks it in, which is why people really kind of love it. And it sort of plumps, you know, so immediately it doesn't just disappear, it then sort of smooths and plumps. So it's really fantastic. And actually I have to say, it works even a little bit patting it on top of makeup. So you know, it's very versatile like that. And as Georgia and I both agree, it doesn't roll. So you
doesn't roll.
Yeah.
Very appealing. A lot of some primers can peel and this doesn't. So you could apply it beautifully onto makeup.
Yeah.
Wearability.
I have to say, of my clients, that's one of the biggest things where, like, not only do they see it on me, they're like, what are you testing? Why is your skin? But it was also like, for when I kind of am doing their makeup and I like want a quick kind of like tonic to like plump out, smooth out, you know, pores, lines, like see a big difference, like really, really quickly. That and the magic cream together, it's like unbelievable, immediate results.
And actually on that, Charlotte, there's a few questions, and I know you don't like this question, but your 3 desert island skincare products from charlottetilbury.com.
Oh my gosh, that's like asking me to choose babies, choose a child. Okay, well, you know, I can't do anything without, I mean, now these two, I'm like, oh my God, if I was on a desert island, like I couldn't be without magic cream and my magic crystal elixir serum, but I couldn't be without my looks. I don't know, I need an eye, darling. I'd never look at the world without an eye. I need to kind of like have my Charlotte Darling my Charlotte Darling look, or I'll just say my look, and then I've got the whole look in a bag, my Charlotte Darling look that I created for myself.
Wonderful. And lastly, people asking, can you use it in your hands? So with everyone's hands right now being—
oh my gosh, darlings. I have been sending this out in so many care packages to so many people, because they're like, you know, or they didn't have, they're like, oh, I've got this. And I mean, they then phone me on Face Party, on Zoom, on telephones, and kind of like FaceTime and go, look, oh my God, my hands. So it is amazing. So many men actually, because they didn't know, like a lot of the women, they're like, oh, I'm using my magic cream. You know, lots of people have been sending me letters. It's the biggest difference, magic cream and the crystal elixir serum. And if you can just, you know, what magic cream makes a big difference. I mean, that is why I created magic cream, was for really kind of dry, cracked, just, it's a comfort cream for the skin, and immediately you kind of see results. So it has been amazing actually to kind of, you know, sending out to a lot of men who that's really helped them, and it heals it up really fast. And so, and also the polyglutamic acid inside this, and you know, Dr. Anjali can talk about that, or Jonathan, or whoever, or Georgia, but you know, about how, like, you know, we're all just like dehydrating, and they're kind of like, they're getting kind of sore, but these two, they are really helpful, because we're all washing our hands like mad now.
And a few people are asking, do you have any skincare offerings on the website with bundles with your routine?
Yes, we do. On the website, we do have some gorgeous bundles. We have, this is a bundle, because these two sit very well together. There are lots of different bundles on charlottetilbury.com. I want to tempt you, and you will love them. And honestly, if you just do the whole skincare routine, it is amazing. When you use kind of the goddess skin cleansing ritual, is like spa in a jar. and you just kind of like, oh, and the citrus oil, and then, you know, when you kind of like that cleansing of that citrus oil on your skin, the smell of lemons, and oh, it's just so divine. And then you put on the charcoal, which cleans out the pores, and then, I mean, you know, and then you put on your night cream, your eye cream, your serum, like it's just, you need the whole routine. It is really magical skin, yeah.
And we've talked a lot about skincare, but your final color pick. So a lot of people are asking, what are your favorite color products?
Oh my God.
There's a lot of questions of what are you wearing today as well. So any of them.
Okay. So I'm wearing actually, I've got my Pillow Talk lip liner on, and then I've got my Angel Alessandra lipstick, which is this one here that I created for my gorgeous friend, Victoria's Secret model, Alessandra Ambrosia. And obviously I've then put my lip oil on. I have my Pillow Talk palette on my eyes. So, and I actually use the Desk and a little bit of the Day Look. So those two. And then I have, well, obviously my Crystal Elixir and that. And actually, I was just kind of, I'm sort of in love again with my Healthy Glow, which that kind of, you know, as I'm sort of sitting in this room all the time under lights and kind of I put a bit of my Healthy Glow on. That gives me kind of really kind of gorgeous glow as well. On my skin, Hollywood Flawless Filter. I wouldn't be anywhere without this. Oh my God, I just need to put a bit on now, darling, while I'm chatting to you. Because it is so fabulous what this does to the skin. Again, this is a little bit like an Instagram filter for the face. It smooths out and blurs out kind of lines and pores and just gives you that amazing Hollywood glow. I actually created this for a lot of my Hollywood clients, where kind of I just was like an Instagram filter. I was like, I need that on the skin all the time, and put a bit more on here. Anyway, and what else do I have on? A little bit of Magic Away. This is like Spanx for the face, which I kind of love. One of the journalists came up with that. I just think it's brilliant.
They're asking what foundation you're wearing as well.
Oh, well, I did put a little bit of my Healthy Glow Airbrush Flawless Stunning. If you don't know about this, Stunning, you have not lived. Okay, so this is amazing. This literally, so this came about, my powder. I have to say, I never used to be a powder wearing person, but since I developed this, and I have to say, as a makeup artist, I never, ever was happy with powders, because I felt always that powders would make you look drier, dusty, and old. And we just like, and sort of like a little bit Mrs. Havisham, powders were just not fabulous, right? Like I was always irritated with powders. And then I went to the labs and I developed this micro pore refining powder, which is what this is. And there was no such thing on the market. It's revolutionized. There have been articles written about this powder. And this, it has almond oil, rose wax inside it, and it's finely milled. And so I've always put that as a base onto my eyes so I can blend my eyeshadows. And if I'm going really, really fast, it just blends everything out. And then, again, it's like a smooth, poreless filter. And it's actually great for any kind of like fine lines on your eyelids. But I created this powder, and then we created this foundation. It's both part of my airbrush range. And it really does. And this also, by the way, has Replexium in it. So like the serum, this also has Replexium in it, which really reduces your pores. And it kind of has an air cool inside it. It has 2% Replexium, so really high amount, which really smooths out fine lines while you're wearing this foundation, actually up to, remind me, Jonathan, it's 22%. 22%, yeah, over is it 4 weeks?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 week period. So this foundation is kind of like a serum and a foundation, and it really does give you that, it really smooths out your pores, and again with the Replexium and fine lines. And I have to say, I wear this on the beach in Ibiza, and when it's like everyone's like melting with the heat, and this does not budge, and it really gives you that kind of poreless kind of look, and the air cool, it really stays in place, which is really amazing.
And Charlotte, obviously with online shopping now, everyone's asking, how do we color match our foundation without being able to go in shops? So if you could talk to the foundation finder.
Yes, well, we have, exactly. I mean, if you want to talk about it, Camilla, you can, but we've got this amazing foundation finder on charlottetilbury.com. So go there and you will be perfectly matched. And I think it works incredibly well. I mean, you can kind of
input in any foundation you want, and it will show you your corresponding color in our range. So it's completely foolproof.
Yeah.
And then also your incredible makeup AI as well.
So a normal foundation used by another brand, and it will tell you, and you can then see someone of your same coloring and say, okay, I am that coloring. So we've got a really great system, and actually it works incredibly well.
You can also try on the makeup if you go on charlottetilbury.com from a mobile app. Many of the makeup products as well you can use through Charlotte's incredible makeup magic mirror online, and try on all the products.
Exactly. And then also, I mean, last but not least, but you know how much, and I just can't resist, you all know about Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is the #1 selling lipstick in North America and in the UK and pretty much around the world. One sells with this every minute. And Pillow Talk, I've got 3 of them here because I love them so much. Like Pillow Talk Original, Pillow Talk, that's medium. I use that on Salma Hayek at the Close or something. And then that one is Pillow Talk Dark. And so this lipstick is, yes, it's a phenomenon. As with my Pillow Talk lip, like literally #1 selling lip liner in North America, and one again, those sells every minute, maybe 20 seconds actually, every 20 seconds. I think it's something insane. But lots.
Thank you so much to you all.
Ecstasy blusher, darling. Let me tell you, that is heaven. A bit of ecstasy blusher.
All right, so we're going to wrap there. All questions have been answered. So thank you, Charlotte. Thank you to our experts. Thank you for everyone joining us around the world.
Thank you so much for joining me on my virtual press day, my first virtual press day. So it's been magical, and thank you for sharing it with me. And please take care of all yourselves, and, you know, positivity and lots of self-care. And yes, take care of your skin. Enjoy the self-care skincare, and sending you masses of virtual hugs and lots of kisses, and adore you all. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. It's very special. Thank you. And thank you to my gorgeous Anjali and to Jonathan. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing this with me. And gorgeous Georgia Louise, wherever you are in your beautiful crystal gua sha stone.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye now.
Thank you so much.
So much. Mwah, hugs, kisses,
Bye.
love you.